What up, guys? Yeah, we got another beer review coming at you, and it's going to be another one of the winter holiday beers. And this one is Stella Artois Midnight Lager. I don't know, I'm not sure if I've seen this before, maybe I have, but I don't believe I've had it before. It's got this nice dark glass bottle. It kind of reminds me of one of those, like, root beer bottles you had as a kid, where you're like at the restaurant and you got the actual root beer bottle and you felt kind of badass to drink the root beer. But that's what it looks like. I like it. I had a bunch of other Christmas beers or holiday beers I was going to try before this, but I just walked into the store, saw this, is like, you know what? I got to give this a whirl. So, yes, I believe it is a black lager, which you can obviously tell from the pour. Like, no, this is like porter black. That is, yes, that is real dark. But all right, let's get into the review, get into the smell. You got a bit of a blackberry malted kind of aroma to it. You know, got that a little bit of that charcoaly smokiness mixed with a subtle sweetness. I'm going with like a kind of a blackberry. You might say a muted like a wild blueberry, where it's not quite as sweet as a regular blueberry, but I think like a blackberry kind of sums it up pretty well. I'm going to throw out maybe dark chocolate, but I feel like I'm almost like, it's almost my eyes that's telling me that, and not necessarily my nose. I don't know if I'm really getting that. I feel like there's something else going on, but it's not very pronounced. I'm just definitely getting more of that smoky, kind of subtle blackberry kind of aroma. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be getting, but it's interesting. It doesn't really smell like your standard Stella Artois. It doesn't at all. So I guess don't think that going into it, at least at this point. But I like it. I'm going to recommend it on the smell, and let's get into the taste. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that, like that blackberry kind of currant thing, definitely. There's a bit of a, like that tart at the tip of your tongue. I got a bit of that. There is a subtle bit of maltiness, just a little bit, but it's like that smoky maltiness, not over the top. I think it goes pretty well with that kind of blackberry element to it. Maybe a hair of like just straight dark, 100% dark chocolate, because you got kind of like that bitterness that's not from hops. I don't even think the bitterness is necessarily from the malt or whatever. I think it's almost more from like a dark chocolate kind of thing. So it's pretty interesting. You got a nice little hint of that like blackberry tartness. You got some kind of smoky maltiness going on, and then just a hair hint of like a bitter dark chocolate. I think this is pretty good. I think I'm getting more malt as I'm drinking more of it. It's really almost more along the lines of maybe a less refined stout. That's really more of the taste I'm getting. I mean, it's a midnight lager. It's almost more like a, not as creamy, more malty stout, like a malted stout, I guess. But there's enough interest in it that I'm going to recommend it on taste. It's definitely interesting enough to give it a whirl. I say if you see it at the store, pick it up. I mean, I just like the labeling. Everything about it was like jet black. I almost wish like the label was more black, just like murdered out black. But I like it. Everything about it, I'm digging. Yeah. Somebody knocked something over. But yeah, so I'll recommend it on taste. All right, next category is the price, and yeah, it is about what you're gonna pay for a regular Stella, which isn't that much. I mean, you're not breaking the bank with a Stella, and it's right at that same price point. It might have actually been a hair less, almost to kind of like intrigue you enough to sample it. That's really kind of what it felt like. I would have got it anyways, because I just kind of like I was walking to the store. I was like, whoa, what is this? I've never seen this before. Maybe I have. I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But the price, yeah, it's fair. You know, Belgian import, and you're not paying a ton. So I will recommend it for value price. Distinction, how distinct? And I'm trying to think what other like dark lagers I've had before. I feel like I don't know if it's like a Scottish dark lager. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's like a Belhaven dark lager kind of thing. I'm just drawing a blank. I mean, dark lager is definitely not I don't think like a hugely popular brand or type of beer, which makes it kind of an interesting, because this really is more akin to a stout than your regular lager. I'm definitely getting more stout tastes to it. It is 5.4% ABV, which, I mean, with these stouts, that's probably pretty close to what you're going to get with a lot of traditional stouts. I think this could be a very interesting like black and tan mixture if you wanted to take this and mix it with a regular Stella. I don't know how the layering would go. I don't know if it just kind of, not hold the mixture at all, because they're both kind of like lager basically. So I don't know if one's heavier than the other, so that might not work. But if it does, it could be interesting. I'm just drawing a blank right off the bat for what are the dark lagers I can compare it to. But just in terms of just regular lagers, comparing it to just your standard lager, it is substantially different. Again, it's almost like for me, it's closer to stout level than necessarily like a lager. But that's okay. It's Christmas time and it's winter time. You get into the colder temperatures. You want something that's a little heartier, and this is definitely heartier than your normal just lager. So I'll recommend it for distinction. Our next category is drinkability. Honestly, I feel like if I'm going to get something like this, I'll probably just go with the stout. I think I could find other stouts that are, for me, just I would enjoy drinking more. They'd be smoother. This, to me, isn't something I would just kind of like, get the whole six-pack and just kind of kick back and, just drink until you don't feel like it anymore. I feel like this is almost like a one-off for me, maybe a couple. I don't know. This might be something where you get a six-pack and you split it with a buddy or something. But it's definitely, it has that kind of, a bit of that malty roughness around the edges. In case you're wondering, it doesn't really have those winter holiday spices. I'm not really getting any of those. It's kind of just a dark lager, almost stout, released for the holidays. To me, it doesn't really have that holiday element to it, other than it's just released at this time of year. You could probably release this at any time of the year, but yeah. So for the drinkability, I'll give it a half. It's not bad, but I feel like I could find others that would be better for this. And all right, last category is would I buy it again? I feel like I'd get it again more as like a novelty. Like if I with somebody, it's like, hey, let's try this out. Sure, whatever. You know. But other than that, it doesn't have like the holiday taste I'm going for. I would probably go for a stout instead of this because I mean the tastes are getting very very similar. But so I'll give it a half. I will get it again. I wouldn't be anti it, but it's not definitely not on the top of my list. But I think it's interesting enough to check out. If you see it and you see like a single bottle, sure, go ahead, try it out. Maybe you'll absolutely love it. It's perfect for you, and you'll just pick a bunch of them. But all right. Well, I haven't read any of the labeling. This is brewed in the USA in Baldwinsville, New York. Well, that's a scam, putting Stella Artois 1366 on here and telling me it's brewed in the United States. Now, I felt like I could almost take back the value for price, but I'll leave it at that. So just keep that in mind if that's a big deal. Not really a Belgian beer, made in the United States. So it's maybe you don't even find this in Belgium. Of course, you got all the foreign writing and everything on it, so they got to make it look like it, but then they're just wrong. Made in the USA. Let's see, sometimes they give like flavor notes, but nah, it's just Stella Artois, but I do like the glass. This is one of my favorite just bottles, like instantly rises to the top. Right, that is my review of Stella Artois Midnight Lager. What do you think? Have you had it before? Have you seen it before? Does this kind of slight trickery of making you think it's out of a different country when really it's not, does that bother you at all? Is it just kind of like whatever, good beer is good beer? So I don't know, but keep that in mind when you see it. But so anyways, yeah, that is the review. Like, subscribe, do all the good stuff. I got a couple more other non-seasonal beers to get through before we're just straight seasonal the rest of the year. Anyways, thanks for watching, and so for myself and Stella Artois Midnight Lager, take it easy.